number 3 for 71 Seaver. This is a replay we're doing using Deep Drive Baseball. Deep Drive Baseball, a fun little game, and you roll 3 D10. You read the red, then the white, and finally the modifier or the informational die is going to tell you the out, and it will tell you where in the park the ball is hit when you go off the ballpark card. You get every player in the set. You can try it out for $1, and we're going through the Seaver season for the second time. The stats for the first time around were pretty good. I was pretty impressed with what we got. I'll go over that real quickly just before we start. Seaver in our replay was 23-5. In actuality, he was 20-10, so he did better. His ERA was a little bit higher for us, 236 versus 176. And then in terms of other data, you've got replay 297 strikeouts. In reality, he had 289. We had 82 walks in the replay. He originally walked 61. In the replay, he allowed 13 home runs, originally 18. 216 hits versus 210. That's really, really close, considering, you're looking at a whole 162-game schedule and 35 starts. Very, very realistic. 17 complete games. He actually completed more. And then finally, innings pitched were the same. The whip was very, very close, 104 to 0.9. So 1.0 to 0.9. So very, very close there on the whip as well. So there's definitely outstanding signs of the accuracy of the game engine, which it's real easy to play. It plays very fast. We're going to start off. It's going to be Pittsburgh at Shea, Doc Ellis versus Tom Seaver. Dave Cash, the second baseman, leading off. Richie Hebner, the third baseman, batting second. Batting third is Roberto Clemente. In the cleanup spot is Willie Stargell, the left fielder. Al Oliver in center field, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Bob Robertson, the first baseman. Manny Sanguin, the catcher. And Jackie Hernandez, the shortstop. Batting eighth. Batting ninth is Doc Ellis. And we're again right about to get started and start rolling. Let's get this going here. And let's do it. All right. Let's see what let me go quickly to the stream and see what that looks like. It looks good. And let's get started. All right, Dave Cash versus Tom Terrific. Play ball, screams the umpire, and that's a 29. And a 7 is a fly to right. Shallow right field. Racing in is Singleton, and he makes the catch. Singleton is in right. Center field, there's Tommy Agee, and the left field is Cleon Jones. Richie Hebner, left-handed hitter, steps into the box. Seaver looks in for the sign, winds and deals to Hebner, and that's a 94, and that's a slow grounder to the first baseman, Clendenin. Steps on the bag right ahead of Richie Hebner for out number 2. Get the crowd into this. All right, Roberto Clemente. And that's a 96 off Seaver. 50 to 99 is off the pitcher. 00 to 49 is off the batter. But then you got the deep drive chart as well. 96 and a 4, and that 4 is going to be ripped. A ground ball that's ripped to shortstop. Shortstop Buddy Howson scoops it for first in time. 3 up, 3 down. And Ellis comes up to the mound. And he's going to be facing Tommy Agee in center field. Bud Howson, the shortstop, batting second. Batting third is Cleon Jones. Cleanup is Don Clendenin. Batting fifth is Kenny Singleton, the right fielder. Kenny Boswell at second base, batting sixth. Seventh is Bob Aspromonte. He's a third baseman. Jerry Grody, batting eighth, catcher, and Tom Terrific, ninth place hitter. Here's the pitch to Tommy Agee, and that is a 69. That's strike 3, and Agee doesn't like it, but goes back to the bench. Buddy Howson, switch hitter, batting from the left side. 26, and that is a ground ball, slow ground ball to shortstop. And charging in is Hernandez, throws on the run, and in time gets Harrelson by half a step. 2 up, 2 down. And that's an 84 and a 3, and that's a ground ball to the third baseman. Richie Hebner's over there across the diamond in time. 3 up, 3 down. So we go to the top of the second. That was one very quick inning, complete inning. Willie Stargell, here's Tom Terrific. It's a 49 and a 5, and that's chopped to short. Buddy Harrelson, low throw, but scooped out nicely by Clendenin. 1 away. Al Oliver bats from the left side. It's a 36 and an 8, and that's lifted to left field. Goes the opposite way. And coming over is Jones, makes the catch. And now it's Bob Robertson, who has a lot of power. That's a 40 and a 6. That's a roller to short. And Harrelson throws him out. 3 up, 3 down, just like that. Don Clendenin against Doc Ellis. Doc Ellis was 19 and 9 with a 3 ERA. And that's going to be a 55. That's off Doc Ellis, and that's a ripped into left center field, cut off by Stargell. So Don Clendenin's on with a leadoff single. Now we're going to throw the 20-side die looking for that wild pitch pass ball. Here's a pitch to Singleton. That's a 34 and a 9. That's a fly ball center field. Backing up a few steps is Al Oliver. The defense is Oliver in center, Stargell in left, and Roberto Clemente in right. Kenny Boswell. Yeah, that's a 0-0. That's a deep drive and a 3. We're going to get some ballpark help here. So let's see what happens. We're going to roll off the deep drive section of Kenny Boswell. So Kenny Boswell leans into one and drives it deep to right center field. Let's see what happens. And that ball is going to be one hop off the wall. Splits the outfielders. And after it is the center fielder, Al Oliver. Don Clendenin. We may be able to score Don Clendenin. They're going to try to wave Clendenin home. And Clendenin is going to be safe. So it's RBI double by Kenny Boswell. And the Mets lead at 1-0. Here's Bob Aspromonte. And that's a 66. And that's a strikeout. Out number 2. And Jerry Grody. And that's we'll say that's an 80. And a 5 is grounded slowly to second base. Cash throws out Grody, and that retires the side. 1 run on 2 hits. Mets lead at 2-0. Go to the top of the third. Love Doc Ellis. I thought he was a very charismatic and flamboyant at times individual. I really like. I thought he was amazing for the '76 Yankees. That's for sure. And here we go. It's going to be Tom Terrific pitching to Manny Sanguin. Sanguin batted .319. Love Sanguin. What a hitter. Here's a pitch to Sanguin. That's a 79. And that's a defensive lookup. It's very easy to check the errors and range in this game. That's a 20. That goes to range. It says it right up there. 0 to 36 is range. And it's a 68. And this is going to be caught by the left fielder, Cleon Jones. So it's a drive to left, and on the run is Jones, and he makes a nice running catch. Next is Jackie Hernandez, batted .206. That's an 85 and a 5, and that's hit hard at the second baseman. That's Boswell. Throws out Hernandez, and here comes Doc Ellis. Oh. That's a 55. That's a ground ball and through into center field for a base hit. That's the first hit off Seaver. 2-out single for Doc Ellis off of Seaver. And Doc Ellis batted .203. And we're going to roll that D20. All right, and that is a 0-9, and that is line base hit, left center field. Doc Ellis will go to third base, first and third now. With 2 outs, Richie Hebner, RBI opportunity here for Hebner. See if Seaver can get out of this one, and he will not. That's going to be a deep drive off the bat of Hebner, and that ball is caught. That ball, no, that gone. That ball is out of here. 3-run shot for Richie Hebner. Ouch. All this happened with 2 outs. Third base there, and third baseman here. And wow, so 0-6. The park has an effect only from 0-0 to 0-3. Beyond that, that ball is gone. Yikes. And I'd like to check that as well. I'll double check different things at different times. The symbol, let's see if they show what the let's see where it is. Rare readings, stealing bases, wild pitches, and field in. Oh, the dagger. The red dagger appears next to the deep drive result. Find the park number above the card's deep drive section. If your roll falls within the numbers listed, use the modifier die and check the stadium car for the home team. So if your roll falls within the numbers listed, and it does not, so that ball's out of here. All right, so it's 3-1 Pirates, and here comes Roberto Clemente, bats from the right side, batted 341. I think he led the league. Here's a pitch from Seaver, and that's going to be out number 3. It's hit hard, but right at the first baseman, Clendenin. Steps on the bag, and the Pirates pick up 3 runs on 3 hits. We go to bottom of the third. Don't you love the game of baseball? 2-out rally there. That was exciting. All right, RJL's in the house. It's quiet. This is tumble. I see the tumbleweeds going across my table tonight. RJL stopped by to say hi. Yes, I will watch the Inside Pitch Gibson game. Absolutely, man. I was just giving you some space to get comfortable with Inside Pitch, and I know you do that very quickly. Watch RJL. He's outstanding. He puts a lot of into what he does very well. Very interesting. Tom Seaver's up against Doc Ellis, and that is a 51. That's a deep drive, and with Seaver's 72 is going to be pulled down the line into the left field corner, and Seaver around first into second to throw, not in time. So leadoff double for Tom Terrific. It's 3-1 Pittsburgh, and it's a 0-2 and a 7. We're going to roll the. I don't want it to hit these guys, so let's hit 0-2. Tommy Agee and a 7. No ballpark help there. So we are going to roll off of deep drive chart for Tommy Agee, and a 77 is going to be splitting the outfielders. That's a drive, and that's going to roll to the wall. Scoring easily is Seaver. Getting it in quickly is Oliver, and safe at second base. RBI double, 3-2 now. And that's still nobody out. Runner on second. That is a tying run at second base. Oh, got a new floor put in here. All right. I got one of those contractor nightmares going on where the guy takes as long as he wants. He does a little work and he disappears, does a little work and disappears. And this is a 52. That's going to be a deep drive again. No park help here. And off Buddy House and a 78. And that's going to be ripped down the line. Oh, no, wait a second. 78 is a deep drive. That is caught in left side. He's back to left side, right center field. And this will get Tommy Agee over. So it's a deep 8, a deep center field shot. And a deep center field shot will allow, no, it's going to be a question mark. So I'm going to tag up. And I think he's out. I think they threw him out going from second to third. Let's see. Tommy Agee is blank. And an 86. Oh, I think he's out at third base. Yikes. There it is. Blank. Oh, boy, he is out. He's thrown out. So that was, let me just double check deep center field. It was deep. To go to third is a question mark, and I tried it, and he's out 8-5. It's a double play. So it's 8-5. And here's Cleon Jones with nobody on. Doc Ellis checks the sign. 3-2. Pittsburgh. And that's a 60. That's ground ball and through the left side. 2-out single for Cleon Jones. Probably the best hitter the Mets have. And we're checking for the wild pitch there. Nothing there. That reminds me, I do it that way. There's other ways that the game tells you to do it, but I do it that way. I'm looking for 5%, 1 out of 20, just because of Stratomatic, from playing Stratomatic. It's just easier for me to remember to do. Here's Don Clendenin. Cleon Jones. Cleon Jones not going to be running. He's a 1C. Not going to be running. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's a 60, and that's going to be line base hit in front of the center fielder. He plays it on a hop, gets it in quickly. Jones, with 2 outs, is fast, and he may go to third automatically, or may have to roll. Let's see. Still on base. He's a question mark, so we're going to try for third, and he should get there. He's fast, and it's a 75. And no, he holds. So he stops at second base, made a big turn. Looked like he was going to third, but changed his mind. So Kenny Singleton now, first and second. We already had one player thrown out in this inning. Mets are throwing caution to the wind. First and second, 2 outs, bottom of the third, 3-2 Pittsburgh. Kenny Singleton, switch hitter, batting from the left side. He's 0 for 1. He flied out in the second. Here's a pitch, and that is a 97, and it's grounded to the first baseman. Bob Robertson steps on the bag, and that retires the side. The Mets pick up 1 run on 4 hits, and they're down by 1 going to the top of the 4th inning. So Seaver's 0-1 so far with a 3.60 ERA. This is the 3rd start of the season. 377, and that is a strikeout. So Willie Stargell swings and misses at a high Seaver fastball. Goes down swing. And the stats for the first replay I did this same exact replay last month, and earlier this month, and I'm replaying it a second time, and we're going to compare and contrast the numbers a second time. So there's an element of science behind this, of research. So this is a deep drive off the bat of Al Oliver, and we'll see what happens. And Oliver is going to drive one deep, and that's going to roll to the wall. Oliver around first, going to second. Here's the throw, not in time. So it's a 1-out double for Al Oliver. Bob Robertson now. And here's the pitch to Bob Robertson. That's a 15. That's a walk. So first and second. And Seaver looks at the shortstop and hoping for a double play here. And here's the pitch. It's an 83 and a 7. That is a fly to right. And we could potentially go to third on this. I think he's, let's see. Al Oliver's average, let's go to third. So let's see. What was that? The 83 off Seaver and a 7 was a fly to right field. So I believe it's going to allow me to try to make it to third base. We're going to roll. Throwing caution to the wind, and that's a 43, and he does make it. So first and third. Jackie Hernandez. He's a 200 hitter. Here's a pitch to Jackie. And that is going to be a 72, strike 3, and Seaver picks up his second strikeout of the game, second strikeout in this inning. Pirates lead 2, 1 hit, score none, and we go to bottom of the 4th, 3-2. So this is a pretty good game. Kenny Boswell's leading it off. He has an RBI double. Doc Ellis checks the sign, and he winds and deals. And that's a 28 and a 1. That's popped up foul territory. Catcher flips his mask away, and Sanguin's got it for the out. Here's Aspromonte. Aspromonte with a 20 and an 8. That's lifted to center. On the run is Oliver, and he runs it down. Jerry Grody now, 21, and that is strike 3. That is strikeout number 3 for Ellis. 3 up, 3 down for Doc Ellis. And here comes, he steps in the box, and he's a switch hitter. Bats from the left side against Tom Seaver. Here's the pitch, and that's a 24. That's strike 3. That's Seaver's third strikeout of the game. Here comes Dave Cash, who singled in the third inning and scored a run. That's a 74 and a 4. Strike 3, back-to-back Ks for Tom Terrific. And here's Richie Hebner, who hit that 3-run home run, and this time Seaver gets him to ground out to short, and Harrelson throws out Hebner, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits in that inning. Tom Seaver leading it off in the bottom of the 5th. That's a 25, and that's a strikeout. Tommy Agee, he steps in the box. That's a 0-4, and that is going to be line base hit left center field. And Willie Stargell gets to it. Agee's on at first, and we're going to try to score with steal with Agee. Oh, we almost had it. A 0-3 would have been a stolen base. Let me just double check Manny Sanguillen for any pluses for arm ability or minuses for arm ability. Manny Sanguillen is a -1, so a 45 is too high. You need really low numbers for stolen bases. So he does not get a lead. He does not go. And Buddy Harrelson with 1 out. Harrelson doesn't strike out very much. We're going to try hit and run. And that is 63. And that's a base on balls with an 8. Let's see what that is. Base on balls with an 8. It says roll again. Lead runner gets stolen base if they are fast or very fast. And then roll and less than the steal rating. Otherwise, okay. Less than the steal rating. Let's see. Let's roll one. Did we use the modifier? Yeah, we used that already. Oh, he is out stealing. So it's going to be a 2. He's batting lefty, so it's going to be a 2-6 caught stealing. And now there's 2 outs. So Mets have had 1 runner thrown out at third and another runner caught stealing. And that's a 0-7. That's going to be a ground ball and through into right field for a base hit. So it's a 2-out single for Buddy Harrelson. Next is Cleon Jones. Cleon Jones, it's a heck of a hitter for the Mets in 71. He batted .319 for the season. Here's a pitch from Ellis. That's a 64, and that is strike 3, and that retires the side. Number 5 for Ellis. No runs, 2 hits, top of the 6th. Seaver's going up against the heart of the order. Clemente, Stargell, Oliver, 1971, April 16th. This is Seaver's 3rd start. All right, Roberto Clemente. Here's a pitch to Clemente. That's a 32, and a 7 is lifted to left field. Cleon Jones over. Squeeze it for the out. 1 down. Willie Stargell. It's 3-2 right now to score. Pittsburgh's up over the Mets. That's a 36 and a 2, and that is a K, number 5 for Tom Terrific. And now it's the lefty Al Oliver who doubles in his last at bat. And it's a 31 here, and a 9 is a fly ball center field. That's in the gap. After it is Agee, and he runs it down. Great catch by Tommy Agee. Got a good read on that ball right off the bat. Bottom of the 6th. Clendenon, Singleton, and Boswell. Here's the pitch from Ellis. That's a 0-7. That's going to be ground ball and through into center field for a base hit. So Clendenon's got his 3rd hit of the game. He's got 3 singles today. Here's Kenny Singleton. That's another bad trade the Mets made. Wish they would have kept him. He ended up going to Baltimore. That's a 73, and that's going to be a defensive lookup. A defensive check. Very simple to do this. Just roll. If it's less than 36, it is. It's going to take us to range. We roll on the range chart. It's an 84. We go to 84, and that's going to be line and drops in front of the center fielder. Center fielder, I don't think he's a 4, Al Oliver. Let's check. If he's a 4, he makes a nice sliding catch, and he does not. Falls in front of him. And that is going to be 84, is going to be just a plain single. So Clendenon's going to stop at second. So first and second, nobody out for the Mets. They have the tying run at second base. Kenny Boswell. We are going to bunt with Kenny Boswell. Let's throw the 20-side bat, see if there's a wild pitch. And here's the pitch, and Boswell squares. And that is going to be a potential single. Let's see what happens here. Potential single with a 0. Very slow batter out on sacrifice attempt. Kenny Boswell is not a very slow runner. Otherwise, it's an infield single, and everybody's safe. Bases loaded, so it's a nice bunt. Throw to first, not in time. They're going to give Kenny Boswell a single on this, and bases loaded. So bottom of the sixth, it's 3-2 Pirates. They scored 3 runs in the top of the third. Mets picked up a run in the bottom of the second, and then another one in the bottom of the third. And here comes Bob Aspromonte. The Pirates are going to play the infield in. Throw for the wild pitch, check. There's nothing there, and that is a 71 and a 1. That's going to be off of Ellis's card, and that is a strikeout. A swing and a miss for Aspromonte, and boy, he's disappointed in that opportunity to drive in the tying run. Jerry Grote's up next. Again, the infield is in. Here's the pitch to Grote, and that's a 71 again, and that is a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. Wow. Doc Ellis reaching back for a little extra. And here comes Tom Terrific, and this is 71. We do let the pitcher bat. We don't. And it's a 52. That's a deep drive off of Seaver's card. Let's see what this becomes. This could be huge for Seaver, and it's going to split the outfielders and roll all the way to the wall. Scoring is Clendenin. Right behind him is Singleton. And with 2 out, Kenny Boswell, they're going to wave him home. And here is the throw, and he is safe. Bases clearing double for Tom Terrific. And Doc Ellis is fuming. You can see the smoke coming out of his ears. 3 RBIs. The second double of the game for Tom Terrific. Holy smokes. And the Mets now lead it by a score of 5-3. Tom helping his own cause, and here comes Tommy Agee. And he's allowed 1, 2, 3, 4. If he allows one more base runner in an inning, he loses a point. So yes, sirree. So if he allows one more base runner in this inning, he loses a point. And he's got 12 total endurance points, and we've used up with this inning, that's -6 because he's gone 6 innings at the end of this one. So that'll be 6, and then he's given up a run. That's 7. He's gone to the lineup 3 times. That's 10. Here's a pitch to Tommy Agee, and that's a 1. So this may be a wild pitch pass ball situation. A 96. I do not think a 96 is going to qualify. Oh, that's a pass ball if the catcher's a B, C, D, or an F. Manny Sanguian is an pass ball C. And I said, what did I say? I said B, C, D, or F. So that gets by. And that gets by Sanguian. And that he's going to be charged with a passed ball. Seaver goes on to third base with 2 outs. Tommy Agee's going to get a chance to bat. Going to roll again for that wild pitch. Nothing there. And that is a 39 and a 6. And that is ripped to the shortstop. Hernandez after it gets to it, spins and throws to first. And oh, they just get Tommy Agee by half a step. And Agee doesn't think so. But the Mets pick up 3 huge runs on 1, 2, 4 hits. And we go top of the 7th. Tom Terrific versus Bob Robertson, Manny Sanguian, and Jackie Hernandez. Now, just, be aware that the Pirates made it to the World Series in 1971, so they have a team to be reckoned with here. They got hitters, they got fielders, they got a good pitching staff. So Mets are up 5-3 on the Pittsburgh Pirates right now. That's a 72, and that's a it is. That's a strikeout. Seaver's 6. So Seaver seems to be getting stronger as the game progresses. Manny Sanguian, who's 0 for 2, he's flied out twice, once to left and once to right. And here he's going to be a deep drive off of Manny Sanguian's card, and that is going to be a 12. And that ball is caught at the warning track by the center fielder. Gave it a ride, but Tommy Agee chased it down. 2 outs. And here comes Jackie Hernandez with a 0-8, and that's a ball 4, so Seaver loses him. And let's see, Doc Ellis struggled in the last inning, but let's see how many more he can go. He's gone 6, 7, 10. He can go 2 more. You know what? We're going to pinch hit for Doc Ellis here. And let's go quickly to the roster, and I can select somebody who's available. So let's see. Let's start with game F9. And then it was Hebner with a G3 unassisted. And then it was a, no. Hold on 1 second. Going, checking for, and then it was a K and a 6-3. And then let's see what pitcher can be, who we can bring in to pitch in this game. All right. And we're going to bring in Grant or Justy. Let's write those down. Grant, Justy, and Bryles. Those are 3 guys, and to pinch hit, let me quickly get through this inning. Let's say 5-3. And to pinch hit, who can I bring in this game? I can Kleins, Davalillo, May, and Pagan. Kleins, Davalillo, May, and Pagan. All right, I got everybody I need here. And let's see. So Davalillo is going to be a lefty. We're going to bring in Vic Davalillo to hit for Doc Ellis. And 1 runner on, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Here's a pitch from Tom Terrific. And that is a 64, and that is a strikeout to retire the side. So Davalillo, mad at himself, heads back to the dugout. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. And after 6.5, it's 5-3 Mets. Should have put it there. All right. It's going to be Harrelson, new pitcher. He's going to be Grant. No, he's Justy. Let's see, Dave Justy. Lines. See if we can find Dave Justy. You get all the players with Deep Drive Baseball. That's why I really like it. I need all the players, and I don't want to have to go separate places to download the players and all that. I'd rather just be able to have easy access to all the players when I need them. It makes my life much easier. I did not see Dave Justy. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's a closer 2, and we will use him right now. And he will be going there. So Dave Justy was 5-6 with a 2.93 ERA in 58 games. So Justy's coming in, and he will face Buddy Harrelson. Here's a pitch from the right-hander, and that is an 84, and that's a 4, and that's chopped to the third baseman who charges it, bare hands it. Hebner throw to first, and nice stretch by Bob Robertson. 1 away. Next is Cleon Jones. Here in the bottom of the 7th, 5-3 Mets. Cleon Jones is 1 for 3, singled back in the 3rd. That's a 76, and that is going to be a pop-up, middle of the infield. And in front of the second base bag is a shortstop. Jackie Hernandez makes the catch, 2 down. Don Clendenin. That's a 78 and a 5, and that is hit hard at the shortstop. Hernandez scoops it and fires the first, and gets Don Clendenin easily. So Clendenin was 3 for 3. Now he's 3 for 4 on the day. No runs, no hits, top of the 8th. Tom Terrific is in there. He's going to face the top of the order. Dave Cash, Richie Hebner, Roberto Clemente. Let's see. Tom looks into the sign. Here's the pitch, and that's an 83 and a 6, and that's rip hard to the shortstop. Harrelson, he's after it, gets there. Spinorama, throw to first, and in time to get the speedy Cash. Great play by Buddy Harrelson. Richie Hebner now, and that's a 77. That's going to be a strikeout. Number 8 for Tom Terrific. 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Here's Roberto Clemente. He was He won the batting title, I think. That's an 81. We're going to look at the defensive check. And that's going to be 23. That's going to take us to range. And then a 60 is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop that gets past Harrelson for a single. And that's 2 out and 1 on. And now it's Willie Stargell. Here's a pitch to Stargell. Stargell's got some power. That's a 15, and that's going to be ball 4. So Seaver loses him. Runs on first and second now. Al Oliver's lefty hitter. He's 1 for 3 with a double in the 4th inning. So this is a tight spot for Tom Seaver. Tying runs are on base here. The go-ahead run is at the plate. It's 5-3 Mets. We're in the top of the 8th. 2 outs. Roberto Clemente's at second base, and Willie Stargell is at first. Let's check Willie Stargell's speed. He's average, so actually with 2 outs, he'll be going on contact, so he'll get an advantage. And Al Oliver's at the plate. Al Oliver batted .282 with 14 home runs. So Tom Terrific checks the sign. He sets and he deals. And that is a 19 and a 10, and that is base hit, and that is going to score Clemente. Going to third is Stargell. RBI single by Al Oliver. And it's a 5-4 ball game. Bob Robertson, we're going with Seaver. We're not even considering anything else. We're going with Tom Terrific here. There is some movement in the Mets bullpen. It looks like it's McGraw and who is that? I can't make out his number. And Danny Frizella. So it's Tug McGraw and Danny Frizella in the bullpen right now. All right, we're going to throw 20. And here's the pitch from Seaver. Runs on first and third. The tying run is 90 feet away. And that is a 63 strikeout. And Seaver blows it by. Bob Robertson swinging for the fences. Seaver picks up his 9th strikeout and gets out of trouble. The Pirates pick up a run on 2 hits, and it's a 5-4 ball game going into the bottom of the 8th. What a game this is. Kenny Singleton, Kenny Boswell, and Bob Aspromonte against Dave Justy. Nice thing about learning playing the 70s and 80s is you can bring guys in and they pitch 2 innings. You don't have to keep on making lots of substitutions. This is a line drive base hit, right center field. So that's the 2nd hit of the day for Kenny Singleton. He's on at first. He's very slow, so we're going to bring in, I believe I can bring in Don Hahn. Let me see. We got another right fielder here. Who else? Dave Marshall. Dave Marshall's going to pinch run, and he'll stay in to play right field. So a pinch runner and then a right fielder. It's going to be Dave Marshall. All right. And we'll do, I don't know, I guess we'll put a plus mark there. And here's Kenny Boswell. Now, Kenny Boswell, I use him quite often with hit and run. Why? Because he doesn't strike out very much. So here's the pitch from Justy. And there goes the runner, and that's a deep drive. Uh-oh. And he gets help from the ballpark. And that's a 57, and that's going to be a double off the wall, scoring easily. Marshall comes around. It's an RBI double, the third hit of the game for Kenny Boswell, and the 2nd double. That's 2 RBIs on the day. Second baseman drives him in, so Boswell's on at second. Aspromonte. Here's a pitch, and that is an 11 and an 06, and that's rip base hit left field. And Stargell gets it in quickly. Boswell's going to stop at third, first and third. And it's Jerry Grody, infield's in. And actually, you know what? Dave Justy is now fatigued because he can go 2. He went 1 inning, but then gave up a run. So that's 2. So he's fatigued now. And let's look and see who else can we bring in. Briles, Grant. I'm gonna bring in Nellie Briles. Nelly Browse to face Jerry Grody. Infield in, nobody out. Here's the pitch. And that's a 77 and a 2, and that is a comebacker to Browse. With the infield in, he's going to go home. And if Grody's very slow, it's an automatic double play. There's no double play here. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. Oh, the bases are not loaded. Hold on. First and third. So with nobody out, they're going to hold. Runner's going to go to second. It's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher. One away. Here's Tom Terrific now. With runners on second and third. One out. Now the runner will go. That's my house rule, and I talk about this all the time. It makes my life much easier. I do it for both teams, so it's fair because I do the same thing for both teams. So 4 and an 83 with the infield in. A 4 is going to be again, there goes the runner, the throw home. It's a ground ball, second base. And Cash whips it back to the plate, tagged out by Sanguian. So that's a 4-2. They get Kenny Boswell on a fielder's choice. So runners on first and third now with 2 outs. And up next is Tommy Agee. And again, I roll for the wild pitch, pass ball. Tommy Agee, here's the pitch, and that is a 65, strike 3, and that retires the side. Oh, wait a second. On this, I can go, holy smokes. Okay, that's on the pitcher card, a 65, that's a 15. That's going to be a base on balls. Oh, no, I brought in a new pitcher. And it was right here. Okay, so I did good. All right, so that's going to be a 65 is a K, and that's going to retire the side. All right, we go top of the 9. Tom Terrific is still in there. Tom Terrific is allowed 2 hits, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits, and he's walked 3 today. He's in there for a potential complete game victory. The Mets pick up 1 run in that inning on 3 hits. And it's going to be a pinch hitter. They got a pinch hitter. And it's going to be Sanguian, Jackie Hernandez, and then a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Top of the 9th. Let's see what Seaver can do. See if he can pick up his first win of the season. Manny Sanguian is a heck of a hitter. That is a 319. Double D's in the house. See the pitch from Seaver. That's a 72, and that's a strikeout. So Seaver blows a fastball past Sanguian, who is a swinger. He's an aggressive hitter for sure. Doesn't strike out very much, doesn't walk very much. Seaver picks out his 10th strikeout of this game. And that's 1 out, so the Mets are 2 outs away from picking up a victory versus the world champions. But this is no easy feat. They don't give up easily. So top of the 9th, it's the Mets 5. Actually, no, the Mets 6 and the Pirates 4. Jackie Hernandez. Now, Jackie Hernandez, you know what? We're going to pinch hit for Jackie Hernandez, and we're going to bring in Milt May. So we're going to pinch hit for Hernandez, who's not a very good hitter, and we're bringing Milt May in there. So here's a pitch to Milt May. Milt May, I'll tell you a little bit about him. He batted .278. Here's a pitch from Seaver, and that is a ground ball to the shortstop, and Harrelson up with it, throw to first, and in time, ball game over. The Mets win it. They win it by a score of 6-4 over the world champion, the future world champion, Pirates. Seaver with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hitter. No errors, I don't think. There may have been an error. No errors there. And no errors for the Pirates from what I can see from a quick scan. The Mets had 3 hits, 7 hits, 9 hits, 12 hits, 14 hits for the Mets. I'll read you so Seaver picks up his first win. He's 1-1. He went 9 complete, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs. Base on balls, he walked 3 batters, struck out 11. No hit by pitch, no wild pitches. Batters faced, he faced 6 batters. Now I don't have to count them up. I can just go down here. 9, 18, 27, 36. And So the line score, 3 walks. The line score was Pittsburgh 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The Mets had 6 runs, 14 hits, and no errors. And good showing for the Mets offense. The Mets came to the ballpark ready to hit. And the loss is going to go to Doc Ellis. And I don't know, the PC stat manager, Replay Baseball. I use that to keep my stats and to automatically play all my games for me. And again, I'm replaying Seaver 1971 just because I really enjoyed the first time I did it, and I want to look at the stats. The first time around, Seaver was 23-5. Excuse me. In reality, he was 20-10. And the replay, my first replay, Seaver had a 2.36 ERA. In reality, he had a 1.76 ERA. Strikeouts were almost identical in the replay. Seaver had 298 strikeout, as reality had 289. Only few off, 7 + 1, 8 off. He walked 82 in the replay, whereas in reality he walked 61. He allowed 13 home runs in the replay, where in reality he allowed 18. He allowed 216 hits in the replay, and in reality allowed 210. Complete games, I pulled him out a few extra times than I needed to, 17 versus 21. And then the exact number of innings pitched. So the whip was almost identical. It was really a 1.0 to a 0.9. So you could say it was like 1 point off, which is not very much at all. That's very close. And we'll see if the second round will get him a little bit closer. It just lends credibility to the game engine. I know Chris Witt, although not the most social chap on the planet, he's not. He's also, when you do get a chance to talk to him, he's a busy guy, and he'll listen. He'll hear you out. He's a guy who hears you out for sure. And he devised a real fun game engine here where I'm really enjoying this. So I wanted to play it some more. And that's the deal. This is CP Cards and Dice. Thanks for everybody stopping by and saying hello. And Mets win this one by a score of 6-4. Tom Terrific wins it with a complete game victory. He strikes out 11 against the world champion Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll set up his next outing. I don't know who it's against. I'll see when my scheduler tells me he's up to pitch. And that's it. So stay safe. And this is CP Cards and Dice TV with Ralph Kiner and Lindsey Nelson. I say have a good night.